And here in the mile.
And the women's race is off. Jewel of Michigan, Kane of Penn State, Carlson of Rutgers, Howell of Illinois, Tran of Michigan, Dalton of Indiana, Mooney of Wisconsin, Napoleon of Ohio State, Coffin of Maryland, and Millen of Michigan State. And straight to the front is Kylie Kane of Penn State.
Lots of pushing that we saw there right off the line. You know, typically they just don't have a lot of room there on that start line, so they want to get out really, really aggressively, but we can see here that they've already settled into, I wouldn't say it's pedestrian, but it's certainly not honest either when we've got a couple women in this field who have run in the low 4:30s already this year.
We'll see if the queen of the Big Ten Mile and 1500, Olivia Howell, starts to take the pace a little bit here. But a lot of challengers in that low 4:30 range, which just shows how deep the Big Ten has become in the mile.
Yeah, Olivia has been able to really kind of run away with it over the course of the last few years. She's won back-to-back indoor mile titles as well as back-to-back 1500-meter titles. But Sam Carlson out of Rutgers, she's going to have something to say about it. She's run 4:31. That's good for one of the top times in the country. That's sixth best in the NCAA right now. She's had a really, really breakout year. So if anyone is really, really going to give Olivia Howell a run late in this race, it's Carlson, who right now are running 2 and 3.
Alex Carlson on the rail, hit 3 from Rutgers in the black and red. Howell on the outside hip of Kylie Kane in the gray for the Nittany Lions up front. Tran and Jewel of Michigan both in 4th and 5th. And Madison Mooney, who we saw yesterday, take out her section and lead it the majority of the way, making sure she got a time qualifier to the final. Mooney dealt with some injuries over the last year, a sacral stress fracture, but healthy, back on track, and trying to mix it up and score some points for the Badgers.
Yeah, and Olivia Millen in the mix there for Michigan State. She ran a huge personal best yesterday, over 5 seconds in her preliminary heat. A young runner for the Spartans who's going to gain a lot of experience making this Big Ten final here, but we can see a lot of our favorites up front still. We'll get an 800-meter split here coming up.
And right on pace with what the men were running. Men right around 220, the women around 223 through 800. And Howell now slowly surging. Looks like she's ready to go by Kane. Perhaps just a bit indecisive of how much of a move she wants to make, but certainly wants to be prepared if Carlson has a move coming.
Yeah, Carlson in a really great spot right now, right on her outside shoulder. It looks like the two may go to the front together. And Carlson honestly just looks really, really relaxed, as does Howell. Sam Tran, though, in 4th position. She's run a huge PB of 4:34 this indoor season, so also someone we can't count out.
Tran with a couple races in her legs, a really strong DMR finish, and she's in 4th. Carlson now moving into the lead. 2:59 with 600 to go. Carlson trying to push from further out. Howell's got some leg speed, and Carlson might want to...
Carlson and Howell.
And Howell now trying to make a little bit of a move to close that 1-meter gap. She's moving up on the outside. She's on Carlson's hip. Does she have a response? Howell goes.
Really decisive move to go on the curve here. We'll see if Howell's able to hold her off. Moving into the inside now.
Howell down the home stretch. Carlson peeks over her shoulder. Olivia Howell of Illinois is your women's mile champion. 4:35 with an absolutely huge close, Sarah.
A really, really great final few meters there for Howell. I thought if anyone was going to hand it to her, it was going to be Carlson. But when Howell moved around with 150 to go, it was lights out.
Howell just such a savvy racer. And she did everything right, but as did Carlson. Carlson knew Howell had an extra race in her legs, tried to press it from a little bit further out, just not quite enough to hang on to the lead as Olivia Howell surges past with 110 meters to go. Howell takes it in 4:35, Carlson 4:36, Jewel 4:38 for the Wolverines. Kylie Kane holds on for 4th. Sam Tran of Michigan 4:43. Mooney, Coffin, Napoleon round out the scoring. And here's that move we saw, Sarah, with just about 100 to go.
Yeah, really powerful move here with about 150 remaining in this race. Now, sometimes we're a little unsure if passing on the curve is the right thing to do here, but Howell just went for it, and you could see really, really strong, maintaining that form and that stride here all the way to the finish line. A really beautiful run for Howell. 3 titles in a row for her, and almost just a bit of a sigh of relief. You could see all of her teammates and her coaches coming over afterwards, just giving her a hug, and she just took a deep breath and just looked like she just had a little bit of weight taken off of her shoulders.
Yeah, and that's a type of championship racing that prepares you for the NCAAs. There have been so many fast times in the NCAA this year. So to see Howell go and have that type of performance in a race like this with tired legs, really impressive. Taking a look at the updated team scorings through 7.
Yeah, Michigan did get some big points there. They've moved into 3rd place now.